Welcome everyone to Wisdom Wednesday. On Wisdom Wednesdays, I share tips on baking. And today I have 5 tips for you on extending the shelf life of your bread products. Okay? And if this intrigues you, come to our seminar next week, sponsored by So Fresh, to learn more about how to extend the shelf life of your bread products to up to, can you imagine, 30 days? Okay, I'm not kidding. And we will be deep diving into the technology that will be allowing you to do that. All right. So before I start, I would like to thank our sponsor, So Fresh. They'll be bringing this seminar live to you, and it's free because they sponsored it. So thank you, So Fresh, and I look forward to working with your product through the sponsorship. Okay, so let's start. 5 tips. Here are the 5 tips for baking your bread and making it last longer. Okay. The 5th tip is preservatives. You can use things like calcium propionate, sorbic acid, encapsulated sorbic acid, or cultured wheat, right? The difference between calcium propionate and cultured wheat is really what do you want on your label. Okay, if you want a clean label, go to cultured wheat. And you can find cultured wheat from companies like J&K Ingredients. Okay. If you're in the market for cleaning up your labels, go to J&K Ingredients. You can find them on our sponsor showcase. All right. Of course, you're going to use cultured wheat about 2 times as much as CalPro. Okay. But what do you really want on your label? That's your decision. Okay. And if you think that your CalPro or your cultured wheat is not strong enough, or it's not doing what you want it to do to prevent the mold, then I'm sorry. You need to look into your sanitation methods. All right, we'll cover that later. But also pH. pH is a huge deal. Go to CalPro page and learn what optimal pH you need to work in for CalPro to be effective. All right. Okay, let's go on to the next tip. Thermal profiling. So why is this important? Why do you have to have this in your toolkit? The reason is because if you don't have enough bake out, which is the green zone, you are going to have too much moisture and your water activity in your bread is going to be higher. Okay, so there needs to be a balance between the bake out and texture and molding issues. All right. I will also share tips on how to bake using the thermal profiler so that you can get less mold. Okay, so I hope that helps. Thermal profiling. You get your thermal logger from Big Watch. Okay, let me know. They're on our showcase. All right. The 3rd tip. If you manage to keep a good shelf life without mold, what else do you need to think of? You need to think of the softness of the bread. You know, bread just stales so fast over the shelf, you know, and if you don't have enzymes in it, you know, like malt or amylase, you are going to have a bread that is hard as rock at the end of 3 days. All right. And thermal profiling with enzymes work very well to extend the softness of your product. You can get enzymes from places like Corbion or J&K Ingredients. And again, Corbion and J&K Ingredients can be found on our website as well. Okay, the solutions are there for you. Just look for it on bakerpedia.com. All right, what is next? And you can't hear me say this too frequent enough. Okay? Sanitation, sanitation, sanitation. Teamwork and sanitation goes hand in hand in extending the shelf life of your product. A lot of people don't understand what I mean when I say this. Okay, so let me make it clear. Your air filters are not going to clean themselves. Your floors are not going to clean themselves. The counter surfaces are not going to clean themselves. You need reliable team members to carry out a sanitation schedule that clears the surfaces of flour and mold spores. Okay, whenever there's flour, there's going to be mold spores. Okay, it's just a given. All right, so clean, 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 clean. That's really the way to go. All right, that's my number 2 tip. What's my top 1 tip? What is my number 1 tip? Okay, so here goes. This is where So Fresh comes in. I am just amazed by the new innovation. No kidding, guys. Packaging is my number 1 tip today on how to improve and increase your shelf life. I'm not talking about matte packaging. I'm not talking about oxygen scavenging packaging, which is really expensive. I am talking about a treated packaging that you have never seen before that's just come on the market. Okay, to get a sample of this, contact Bill at bill@sofresh.com. All right, so why packaging? All right, this is a solution that hasn't been thought of before, right? And pretty much So Fresh came out with a technology that looks like your regular bags that you can use a quick lock on. Okay, so no added machinery or equipment needed for this packaging to work. All right, so they have patented this process, and these are the same guys that make your trash bag smell good. Okay, so no kidding, these guys have the newest technology in bread packaging. And I've tried it out. This is a control bag, right? And the bread's molded like crazy. Okay, you see the green mold all around. This is 19 days. Okay, same packaging from So Fresh. No mold. I'm not kidding, guys. New technology. Do you want it or not? Contact Bill at sofresh.com. Okay, so that's my top tip today. Is packaging. You have to really look into this. Okay, I am just flabbergasted with this new technology, and I honestly think it's going to change the industry, and it's really going to cut waste in our bakeries. All right, so contact Bill at sofresh.com. Okay. And I will see you all in the seminar next week on Thursday. Mark and I will be teaching the seminar, and Mark's going to bake some stuff and show you some stuff, and I'm just going to do the talking like I usually do. And I hope that will help your bakery. Okay, so that's all for today on Wisdom Wednesday. I hope I help you with your baking business. All right, see you tomorrow.